Welcome to TransMissions, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers. On this episode, we talk about a squished Optimus, a reissue everyone has been asking for, and one of the most sought-after figures in recent memory showing up at a discount store. Today is Wednesday, October 4th, 2023, and this is episode 558 of TransMissions.
Welcome to TransMissions, the podcast that's happy for Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, but we've already heard more than we ever wanted to about them. I'm your host, Jeremy, aka Yakko. I'm joined by the excellent transmission team, Daryl, the Cybertronian Beast.
It's just me.
Yeah. One more Charles this week.
Hey, I mean, we're doing okay without him. It's fine. He can stay away as long as he wants. But I am going to be, I'm going to be away next week, so it's just going to be you if he doesn't come back. Yeah, let's talk Transformers, Jeremy.
All right. Oh, as always, at the start of the show, we like to thank our Donatreons for the wonderful people that donate via Patreon or PayPal and help keep the lights on around here. And it's because of them, because of all the Donatrons, we are able to kind of fund the comic thing that we're doing, which we'll talk about in a minute, and kind of kickstart that. So we're greatly appreciative of that. And also our StreamYard bill just recently renewed, and that's a hefty sum too. So very thankful for our Donatrons helping us put this show on. If you'd like to become a Donatron, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support. You can get some great stuff like live. You can watch us record the show live. You can join our Discord and get access to some special channels. And you can listen to some special Donatron exclusive shows like We Like Big Bots, which Daryl and Dr. Pants talk about Big Bot. And by the way, Daryl's acting, I'm thinking that we don't have any new ones recorded yet.
Not yet.
We have 10 up there for you to listen to that are great. And more are coming, schedules permitting.
Yeah, it's look, it's been busy. So yeah. We're working on it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And the other Donatron exclusive show we have, well, an edited version is available for everyone at transformers.podcast.com/Rust. Empire of Rust, our awesome live play RPG podcast that's put on by our editor and producer, Mike. And Donatrons get unedited versions. But Empire of Rust is on a hiatus at the moment. But there's a special show taking its place right now called the Rustford Files. And you can get the first episode of that right now on I guess both feeds. It should be available for everyone. And Mike actually gets to be a player in this one. So check it out. And again, that's Transformers Podcast or transmissionspodcast.com/Rust. And then we have this is the first podcast of October. We have a new Toyhax code that will get you 15% off at toyhax.com. And the code for October is Skybound. It's in kind of celebration of our exclusive comic cover that we have coming out and just the new series with Skybound, new comic series. But if you use this code, you will get 15% off anything you buy at Toyhax. It can be used with your Robo Points, but it cannot be combined with any other discounts or promotions. So check that out. And thank you, Toyhax, for letting us have this code to give out. And then finally, the comic that I've been talking about, Transformers #1, we have an exclusive cover by artist E.J. Sue, which is the only returning artist from the IDW era to do a cover on this first issue. And it comes out this week, October 4th, today that this comes out. And you can get that at transmissionspodcast.com/comic. We are selling them for $15 plus shipping and handling. And I know Charles right now, as we speak, is likely packing up a bunch of comics to ship out.
Mm-hmm.
So check it out. We are so happy with this. It looks great. Excited, and I think there might be other things offered on our website soon. Like, we haven't really discussed pricing and stuff yet, but
There's some ratio comics that came along with this order as well that we're going to be offering up. And yeah, so if you're interested in some of those, look at our site in the next little while. Our exclusive cover has been going very well. So if you're interested in it, then don't sleep on it. It's it is going pretty well, and then once it's gone, they're gone. So yeah. So get your copy, get you a few of copies if you wanted a few. I know that there's a couple people buying a small number of them to get a couple graded and stuff like that. So yeah, grab what you can, and then keep your eye on our site for when we post the ratio ones, because I know a bunch of other stores are posting theirs and they're going up for pre-order and stuff like that. But we're not a store technically, so we've got these ratio ones that we can put out there, but we haven't really decided on what we're going to do with them yet.
Yeah. And maybe check our Discord. That's probably where the announcement's going to go first.
Yeah.
But also, I was going to say something and just forgot. This is edit point while my brain reboots. Crap. Oh, never mind. It wasn't important.
It's fine.
You can see the little smoke coming up. All right. So that's awesome. And just check our site, transmissionspodcast.com/comic, and it'll take you right to it. Also, we do have copies of our IDW to All Are One #1 still available. And if you want to pick that up while you pick up this Skybound #1, you can add it on as a $5 extra. It's normally $10. So you can add it on for $5 and it'll be shipped together with the Skybound book. So that is all the announcements we got. A lot of announcements. But let's move into toy news with quick hits.
All right. And first up this week, we are going to talk about Magic Square. And they have come to the they've been known for doing, Legends scale stuff. They have done a couple, masterpiece scale things, and in the past they've done a few more like this. But it looks like they're going to do another cheapy style figure. And the ones in the past they've done have been all like female characters. They did an RC. They did I think it was I forget the name of it. It was basically just a recolor of the RC, but it was uh, they called it Little Ninja, and that is the
Nightbird.
Nightbird. Yeah. So they did Nightbird, and then they did like a what is it? Like a Chromia. So they've done a bunch of female characters. This is the first male character they've done, and it's Optimus Prime, and they're calling him Truck Boy, and it is a chibi style Optimus Prime that is fully transforming, and it looks pretty awesome. There is no pricing information for it yet, but if it is in line with any of the previous ones, I know that the what is it, Chromia is still on the Big Bad Toy Store website for $50. The Optimus Prime looks a lot more like involved than the Chromia figure, so expect it to be at least $50. But yeah, so that's kind of a baseline for it there. But it looks awesome. So yeah, take a look at that if you're into kind of chibi style figures. We've got an Optimus Prime coming from Magic Square, and Magic Square has really great quality. I'm going to talk about them a little bit more later in the show.
Nice. Yeah, it kind of looks a little bit like Power Master Optimus Prime in the robot mode. It looks really cool. Next up, we have an upgrade kit from DNA Design. This is DK45 for the Transformers Legacy Armada Optimus Prime. This is an upgrade kit that has articulated hands, covers for the hands in alt mode to hide them away, a new extra gun that can combine with the original, and the back kibble pieces that form a big cannon, feet fillers, a new chest, more fillers, an articulated waist flap, and more. And it's scheduled for release this December. So this looks really cool. I mean, it's already a great figure, but this, just uh, makes it that much better. You can see some of the before and after shots here where like the bed in alt mode looks much better. The fillers that hide kind of make a door on the side. And then here you can see in the just some more of the it just makes the alt mode look so much better. And here and there you can see the gun combined. Just looks very like a very beefy gun. So I think this looks really great. Like I said, the figure is supposedly great. I haven't had my hands on it yet, but it looks amazing. It's people have been talking about it, saying how good it was. So I'm excited to see this. You can kind of see the articulated hands here. So DNA Designs does great work, and this is just another example of that. So I'm not sure if it's up for pre-order anywhere yet, but it'll be at all the regular places: Big Bad Toy Store, TF Source, stuff like that.
I do see it a pre-order on Big Bad, and it is currently $43.99 there.
Okay, for a big figure, that's not bad.
And that's pretty standard for DNA Design pricing. So, and like you said, they have a great reputation now. So, yeah, I would fully trust anything that they put out.
Nice.
All right, next up, we got a reissue to talk about, and that is for Studio Series 86 Slug. This is one of those Dinobots that seems to have slipped through everyone's fingers. The people who are collecting the Studio Series Dinobots and specifically the 86 line, Slug seems to be elusive and hard to find. So Hasbro has heard the fans, and they are going to reissue it. So if you are one of those people that are looking for it, keep your eyes out on web-based retailers. They are looking to be the ones that are going to get the reissues. So you will be able to pre-order it there. Sites like TF Source, Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, Robot Kingdom, Chosen Prime, and Ages 3 and Up are all ones that are listed here that will be getting some reissues of the Studio Series 86 Slug figure.
Nice. That's a great figure too.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a surprise here. The Legacy Velocitron Speedia 500 series have been showing up at Ross stores in the US. This has Deluxe Road Rocket, IDW Blur, Clampdown, and Cosmos, which this describes as the elusive Cosmos. Have been found at Ross for $7.99. Voyager Road Hauler and Override for $8.99, and Leader RID Universe Scourge for $16.99. I don't know if I need to pick up another one of those, but the Cosmos and Blur I think really are interesting to me. So I might go during my lunch break tomorrow to the Ross near me and see if they have anything.
I mean, if you can find some Cosmos, buy them all if you find them for $8, buy them all, because there are so many people out there that are looking for Cosmos. Pick them all up. So yeah, I feel really upset that people in other countries aren't able to get them. I know that people in the UK seem to have, maybe it was Ireland. Ireland seemed to have like an abundance of Cosmos, but
it's like
over here
were redirected there.
I think they were, but it was nuts to see them, and just people over here on this side of the pond was just crying for just this little green UFO, and there were people paying $100 for them, $100 for this little thing, and now you can pick it up at Ross for $8. Nuts, man! Where the hell have these figures been?
Yeah,
that's what I want to know.
DJ Run in our chat here says that there's only one per case of 8, one Cosmos, and he ordered his from the UK. And he's in Canada, so
that's right. Yeah. But, so I mean, I'm sure it cost him more than $8. So yeah. I found mine at Canadian retail. I got really lucky. It was last summer I found it, and it cost me about $45 Canadian after taxes and whatnot. So yeah, and that's retail. So
I know I haven't had good luck finding things at Ross. Usually the shelves are bare by the time I get there.
Yeah.
But crossing my fingers, I'll be lucky this time.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
All right. Well, that is all of our quick hits. Let's get into our discussion topic.
All right, and we're going to talk about a new Takara first look. This has appeared in one of those magazines or whatnot, a website. I don't know where this thing actually shows up, um, but we've seen this type of picture before. It's a blurry image with red writing across it, and I mean we've seen it 100 times.
And the red writing usually says, "Don't copy, don't distribute."
Yeah, yeah, don't copy, don't show under penalty of death, that kind of thing. Yeah, so what we're looking at here is a couple new figures that are slated to come out, and the first one is Legacy United Voyager Silverbolt. So Beast Wars Silverbolt is going to be getting a new Legacy United figure, and it looks really good from what I can tell from his blurry figure. This is one of those. I mean, he was a Fusor, right?
Yeah, they showed them off at the PulseCon.
Oh, they did. Okay,
Yeah.
right. All right.
So
So there's that.
it looks really
The
cool.
It does. It looks fun, and and honestly I like the original figure. I'm interested to see what they can do with a new engineering on it. Um, Next up, we have that's the one we're looking at. That's
Sorry.
no, that's okay. I want to know which one you had up. Studio Series Core Class, um, Rise of the Beast, Terracon Novocaine. Um, I don't know where this figure is in the where this character is in the movie. He's is a guy with like 6 arms and legs, like he's multi appendaged, and he turns into a gun. So it's something, it's something.
Yeah.
It's honestly the core class for Studio Series. I could leave it. It's unnecessary. Um, Next
Yeah.
up, we've got looks like Studio Series 102 Optimus. This is the Optimus that everyone's kind of clamoring about, but this is going to be Takara's version. So I don't have the new one. I'm not after it, but it looks to be exactly the same. I mean, I'd have to see the new one, like the actual Hasbro release next to this one, to see if there's any like paint changes or anything like that. But it looks to be identical.
Yeah, there haven't been paint changes for a while between Hasbro and Takara.
Yeah. And lastly, we've got a new masterpiece figure, and I think the masterpiece collectors, especially for this show, have been really asking for this one. And this is masterpiece Rhinox, and it just, from what I can tell from these pictures, it looks cool. It looks like a really cool looking figure. All the bells and whistles are in here. The alt mode, this just crazy looking Rhino looks exactly like the stupid CG model. I mean, the CG model for Rhinox in season 1 was terrible, and, and this looks just exactly like it from what
When you
this
have
blurry
a
picture that
low
I can see.
polygon CG model to go from, you can easily make that into a physical object.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm honestly I'm complimenting the toy here that it looks like the terrible CG model. Because they could have gone and made it look like a real rhinoceros, but they didn't. So they've done good work here, making it look like that crappy TV show looking one. Yeah, so we've got Rhinox coming. What are your thoughts on these kind of announcements here? I mean, we kind of know which ones were coming. A couple of them here because they'd been announced through Hasbro, but I'm not sure if we'd seen anything about Rhinox before.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd been rumored, or maybe it was on one of those lists.
Oh,
But
sure.
yeah, it looks fantastic. I can't really tell what all the extras it comes with, other than the head and the gun, because of the red lettering that actually in English also says reproduction prohibited. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing high quality images of this because it even from these grainy pictures, it looks fantastic. So that is really interesting me. I only have, in terms of Beast Wars masterpiece, I only have the Optimus Primal, and I got years after the fact. So this one probably also would be like a convention pickup at some point.
Mhm.
The Silverbolt looks interesting. I like seeing it at PulseCon. It looks really good. It looks like they used some of the, I guess not necessarily the tooling, but I guess some of the mold elements of um was it Air Razor and was it wasn't Tigatron. It was, oh crap.
I think it was Tigertron.
It was
Yeah,
okay.
isn't that Tigatron and Air Razor combined?
Okay, yeah, I think so. But anyway, I think
This-
they used at least some of the elements so it kind of resembles those figures in terms of like
Mhm.
the wings and stuff.
Right.
Um and I think that it looks really good. Um in the chat here, DJ Ronan said that Novocaine was in the Jurassic Park scenes in the museum. Or, I guess it was one of those creatures that was going after the humans in the museum. Um but yeah, I mean, that and the Optimus Prime don't really interest me all that much. I'm not big on the movie figures, but they look great. At least the Optimus looks great.
Mhm.
What interests you in this?
I mean, I want to see the Silverbolt. I'm interested to see how that's put together. Um, Again, DJ Ronan has mentioned here that Hasbro's release is going to be the Tiger Hawk for this mold. So whether we get Silverbolt over here or
Oh,
not, I'm not sure. But I mean that's
right.
usually they will. I mean we've seen Hasbro do that before, where they will release one and then kind of re re release a different paint scheme
That
over here.
Yeah, that
So
makes sense. But,
yeah,
and
so
I have a picture of the Tiger Hawk. I'm gonna bring up in a second.
yeah, so I'd prefer a Silverbolt over a Tiger Hawk, but yeah, it's they're cool figures. Um, the Optimus is already here, so it's not one that I'm interested in getting. Um, and Novocaine, I have no interest in. And so, I mean, I'd be interested in seeing the Rhinox, just the way they've kind of done it. I've gotten the other Rhinox that they've done. Honestly, I think I have every Rhinox figure they've put out, starting from the
Well,
original Beast Wars one
I mean, you are
to
the
all.
number one Beast Wars fan.
Yeah, I mean, I have to, right? There might be three of them, so I mean, it's not difficult.
There's the
And
Thrilling
two of them are,
30.
yeah, the Thrilling
Yeah.
30, and then the one they just did, right?
Yeah.
So, and then the original. Um, so the ones that they've just done are really good, but there's uh, there's probably a lot of room to improve if you're upgrading it to masterpiece. So I'd like to see what they've done there as far as the engineering wise.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's engineering is essentially what I do with how I get interested in the masterpiece scale stuff. I'm not
Right.
interested in buying the Beast Wars figures, but I do want to see what they've done as far as the new tooling and any new tricks they've come up with.
Yeah. So with the Silverhawk or the Silverbolt here, I have a kind of blown up the Silverbolt image here, and then
Okay.
here's the Tiger Hawk that Hasbro announced. So same basic mold, but like different head, different colors. And
Yeah.
personally, I think I prefer the Takara.
Me too. Yeah.
So yeah, and he was on screen in such a prominent role. I'm surprised
Oh
that
yeah.
Hasbro's going with Tiger Hawk instead.
I have a feeling they're going to release Silverbolt
Oh yeah,
at some
yeah.
point. I mean, they like you said he was a prominent character in the show. They can't just not release him, you know,
They're Have
especially
they
when
done
there's a
a Black
mold out there for him.
Arachnia in Legacy?
I don't
Or
think
was
so.
I think they did one for Kingdom.
Mhm.
So it wouldn't surprise me if they're holding it out and they're going to do in like maybe a wave apart or something, do a Black Arachnia and then a Silverbolt.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, these look good. All right, well, that is it for our discussion topic, and we are going to finish up the show with trips to the store.
The Transmissions podcast will return after these messages.
Trips to the store is brought to us, as always, by our TeePublic store. So go to transmissionspodcast.com/TeePublic, and it'll take you right there. You can buy some awesome shirts. I am not wearing one this week. Daryl, are you wearing one?
I am not. I have a Napoleon Dynamite shirt on.
Okay, I just have a plain blue shirt, but they're awesome shirts. I wear them all the time. That's why I'm not wearing one now, because they're all dirty. But
who do we know anybody that was wearing one of like our TeePublic shirts today?
We do. Let me get that image. That is a great reminder.
Yeah, somebody. We know somebody that was wearing one of our shirts at a convention today, and we should probably call them out on it, just because since neither one of us are wearing one of our shirts, we should mention that this was being worn at a convention, because they showed our shirt online. So
I guess we can call him friend of the show at this point.
I think so.
Let me share this tab here. You can come on. Oh, yeah, you can see the lovely David K, who is at the Lodi Comic Con, and he is wearing our shirt, which is awesome. We gave him, after he came on our show this last time for an interview, we gave him a shirt, and he's told us at TFCon it's a very comfortable shirt, and he wears it all the time at conventions and stuff. So we really appreciate him doing that, and we didn't ask him to, and and he just, we need to send him some more.
We're gonna get him more shirts. Yeah.
There he is. He posing with fans. All these fans are gonna have our logo in their pictures. So that's awesome.
That's right.
So
amazing.
You. Yeah, thank you, David, for that. And if you would like to be like David K, go to transmissionspodcast.com/TeePublic and grab one of our shirts. A lot of designs. You have our good guy and bad guy logos. You have our Armada logo or styled logo, and many more. And then you can also buy anything from TeePublic. And if you go through our link, we get a little referral credit back on that. So we appreciate everyone that does buy stuff through TeePublic. It's always great to see the email saying, hey, someone bought, all these different things from TeePublic. We don't see who bought it, but we just see someone bought your shirts, and we really like seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
So with all that out of the way, let's get into trips to the store. This week, I only have one thing, and it is a comic. This is Void Rivals number 4. This is what we're going to be reviewing in alt mode this week. What's that? A comic review in alt mode. They're back. Got this, and then next week we've got Transformers number 1. Charles would not let us do it without him. So,
but you'll do it without me, so it's okay.
Yeah, we'll do it without you. Yeah, who cares? It's not like it's a Beast Wars comic or anything.
That's true. I mean, that's fine. I can't have anything done without Beast Wars. Yeah.
Yeah, but Void Rivals number 4, it's great, and it actually does have another Transformers reference in the book. The art is great. Story is by Robert Kirkman. It's great. There it shows some of the. I mean, these are all like humanoid alien characters through most of it, but it's very great, and it continues to have my favorite character so far that's been introduced, which is the Handroid. But that is all I got this week. How about you, Daryl?
Well, I also have the comic, and it is bagged and boarded. So I am taking care of my books. But I will be ready to review this thing on alt mode. I just
haven't gotten around to it.
I actually had to read all of these at once because I was behind. I hadn't actually read any of them. All the all the episodes of the show that I had missed, you guys reviewed all these without me. So I was like, I can wait. I'll just read it on my own time. And they were getting away from me. So today I was forced to catch up.
How was it reading them all together?
We'll talk about it.
Oh, okay.
So tune into alt mode for that discussion.
All right.
But I did get a new figure this week, and this is something that I've been kind of like. This is coming out piecemeal, so I'm kind of waiting. I'm now waiting on the last piece, but this is Magic Square MS-B58 Tornado, and this is G1 Vortex. So this is their combiner. This is their version of Bruticus, and a very cool figure. The box is just phenomenal. I did open it, and I do have it out of the box. So here he is here, and these figures. If you have not handled a modern Magic Square figure, especially their little Legends class stuff, these things are like masterpiece scale engineering. It's ridiculous. Just for an example, like the feet of this guy are like folding pieces of plastic upon folding pieces of plastic. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. Like there's just a piece here that you can fold out to make the front of the thing. It's like unbelievable. I'm in awe of the amount of work that they've done for this figure, and frankly, it's a lot. Like I should have known what I was getting into, because I've dealt with them with their Devastator, and it was an awful lot. But this is more. He does come with a hand, because he's an arm, obviously. So this is a fully articulated hand, and it's just great. So I'm looking forward to getting that all together. He did come with the chest piece to put onto Onslaught to create the full torso. So I did that. I kind of built the torso here. So here's the torso for Bruticus, and I'm putting together the Toon version, and it's really quite good. So Onslaught is in there, but the front of him is kind of a faux chest piece. So you can take the front wing off, which I think this comes with Onslaught, the wing, but this whole front fascia here comes with Vortex, and it clips onto Onslaught to make the Bruticus torso, and then you can kind of put everything together. So since I did all that, I actually went ahead and I turned the Swindle and the Brawl into legs as well. So they're in their leg mode, and we await the final component, which would be, who is it? Oh, it's Blastoff. Yeah. So we await the final component of Blastoff to finish this. The thing that I didn't expect is that Blastoff will be coming with a pants, essentially. So because if you look obviously at this torso, there's no bottom half. There's no piece to plug into the legs. So Blastoff is going to show up with a set of pants to plug into this at the bottom here, and then plug into the legs. But
it's more G1 styled combiner in that you have to have extra pieces to kind of put everything together.
So this is kind of not what I was hoping to be, but it's less than what I know modern combiners are doing, because I know that I've complained a lot in the past that you just plug the figures into a body, and then the body kind of, you tab the arms and the legs into that, and then you're good. Well, this is kind of that still, but you're still kind of building the body. I don't know. I feel like I'm splitting hairs on this, but the pants aspect is is an entirely separate piece, and I really wish it was part of one of these figures. You know, each individual figure is so small that you really couldn't get the amount of articulation that you wanted to out of each figure, and still maintain and still maintain a piece that kind of folded out to actually be part of the leg. So I understand why they're not doing that. And the combined Bruticus is going to look amazing, but I do wish that they were able to put everything in one piece. So I want my cake and eat it too kind of deal. And it's not possible.
I'm sure, you can get a bigger Bruticus. You probably have a bigger Bruticus.
I do. I have the Warbatron one. It's down on the ground. Oh, it's covered with crap, so it's back there. But yeah. Anyway, that's what I got this week. I don't know when the blast off is supposed to show up. It's been a while for the Vortex here, but one more piece. That's it.
All right. Well, that will do it for trips to the store, and that will do it for this week's transmissions. Before we go, we want to thank our masterpiece donatrions who support us at the highest levels, and we shout them out at every show. So thank you, John 4X Good and Demon Tech 82, who I believe has been watching us live tonight. I think I saw him earlier. So thank you both, and thank you, Daryl, for not leaving me alone this week. Charles will be back next week, but Daryl will be gone, and life is just, it happens. So
I mean, I'm not away for work, but I mean, it's Thanksgiving here next week, so I'm having thanks. I know that's when you have Thanksgiving. It's early October too.
Oh no. All right. Well, while Daryl eats whatever they eat in Canada for Thanksgiving, we will be putting on the show. So
Canada gooses.
Charles won't let us miss a week. So anyway, thank you, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Transmissions. If you'd like to join the conversation, travel to our Discord channel at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. Want some cool transmission swag? Feast your eyes on our transmissions gear at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. If you'd like to support our podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support or tell your friends about our show. We'll see you next time.